Hello, hello. How are people? But uh, I haven't slept yet. I've been up for quite a while. So this stream is going to go really interesting. It's either going to be the best legend ever or it's going to be the worst thing anyone has ever seen. Okay, so I've given it a second. I can do the grand reveal. So we have good news, we have bad news. Bad news is the main model I wanted to show you all, rigged by Sir Ardaxis himself, is not working properly with my laptop. It's just that my laptop isn't strong enough, and I mean, like, it sucks, but it is what it is. In good news, I had a backup plan, and this backup plan is pretty adorable, I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to introduce you all to Mini Mukwa. Oh my god, this is such a goofy model. But overall, today, what we're going to be doing, alongside showing you the rest of the screens, is we are going to be playing Pokemon Run and Bun, which is considered the most difficult Pokemon ROM hack. Or at least it was before Platinum Kaizo came out, but I'm not playing Platinum Kaizo yet because I have to ease myself back into streaming and also playing difficulty hacks. I know that saying that I'm going to ease myself into playing games like this and then proceeding to say that we're going to play Run and Bun is kind of counterproductive, but I digress. I think I could do pretty good. Maybe. I don't know. I've been up for I've been up for a while. The only thing is, for those of you who are new here, Pokemon's kind of second nature to me. I've been doing this for a very long time. And so, we're going to see how this goes. As you can see in the chat for Ardaxis, and if this gets turned into a video, you would see this if you were here live at twitch.tv/pinkbears07. Then you can see that Ardaxis has an artist credit. And the reason for that is they designed a couple things, and they helped me design a couple of other things. But the problem is, the things that they designed you can't see currently. It's things like my banner, and they made my PFP, which is super sick, so thank you for that. But they have a little artist tag now, and they're also a mod, so that's cool. And it is now time for me to play the scary game. Run and Bun. That was not timed. That was completely on accident. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna ruin my aura for that. That was pretty sick. Vote away. Dino is not an option. You can have the monkey, you can have the penguin, or you can have the turtle. Go ahead, chat. Do what you do. Alright, looks like we're doing Chimchar. Okay, I mean, like, that's gonna make Norman easier. Please have the right ability. You're aiming for 64? Well, you failed, so you gotta try harder. First battle of Run and Bun complete. Easy game. Easy game. Literally easy. Literally buns. Alright, what are we naming it? Alright, she shall be named Bits. Alright, let's hope and pray. Okay. Vital Spirit. That is not bad, actually. That's not bad. Oh, okay. That's actually really solid. A big detail. Essentially, this is a calculator that will tell me what the rival does, or like the opposing trainer, and it gives me about as much information as they have on me, except for I also have the bonus of being a human being. Which, like, I know that the level cap says 12. I'm doing level caps by gym, not by section. Leave me alone. So this is fun to me. This is entertainment. Okay, so here's the thing. This is really funny. I've gotten so used to playing Pokemon Null because I'm working on a video for Calculus Pokemon Null Run, and it adds a cave up here, and it not being here feels wrong. If that makes sense. Like, I feel like there should be a cave up here, but there shouldn't be. And, like, I played the original game, so I know that there isn't. But Null has conditioned me into thinking that I get an extra encounter up here in a cave that never existed. Effortless. Literally easy. Easy game. Dexa, your game is too easy. Your game is too easy. Occasionally, chat may freeze and my model might freeze, but that's because OBS likes to go into, like, a little pause mode. So, if it ever stays frozen for too long, just let me know, but I'm pretty sure I will notice because I have the stream pulled up on my other monitor here, and it just tells me whatever's going on. So, let's get our encounter for Route 101. Skitty. Can we hit Skitty? I don't know if we can. How many Pokeballs do we have? Okay, we have 25. We're just gonna wing it. Oh, effortless. Easy. I'm thinking vanilla. Vanilla the Skitty. Vano. Vanilla. Is it sad that now that the game has actually started, I'm starting to get nervous? Okay, so over here, we also get an encounter. For some seconds, I thought you caught estrogen. No, I have Skitty, who actually immediately evolves into Delcatty. Another Pokemon as like a punching bag or something. We get Houndour. I don't remember this being a good encounter. I also don't know if it lives a scratch. We might need to go to the calculator. Nope. Okay, we just catch it. Cool. Cupcake? I kind of do like Cupcake. That's funny. Cupcake is funny. Yeah, no, we're gonna try to keep it deathless, but, like, there's only so much I can do. And that's kind of the point of Run and Bun. But, I mean, hey, it's fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We'll actually win this deathless today. Okay, so I'm not going to fish here because I know here we can get Gossifleur. We don't get Gossifleur, we do get Lotad. But, I mean, like, Lotad's fine, too. Welcome to the team Chips. This might be a little bit of a jump. Okay, so we have a Delcatty. And that definitely will help, like, with the stats department. And then we'll get everybody... There we go. Sing and Wake Up Slap. This is what I was hoping for. So we have Fake Out, Double Slap, Tail Whip, Sing. I definitely want to get rid of Double Slap for Wake Up Slap. Okay, so we get one more encounter over here before I go to Calx. And it's a Fletchling! Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, awesome. We caught the Fletchling. So Fletchling is really good because Talonflame gets an ability called Gale Wings. And Gale Wings gives +1 priority to all flying type moves. And so we will name you... What do we want to name you? This is kind of looking like a girls only run. I'm not going to lie. Martlet. Okay, I can name her Martlet. That's fine. Actually, no, we do need to construct a line. Okay, so this is the extra fun part of the game. So our line is how we're going to progress through the battle. And this is the first battle of the game, so it's going to be pretty simple, right? So we have Chimchar. Chimchar kills with Mach Punch majority of the time. So we go for Mach Punch, and then we either take the Quick Attack, or we end up killing with the singular Mach Punch, and that's fine. With that then baits in Rookity, and Rookity is going to go for either Wing Attack, Swagger, or Sand Attack, And given our wider range of things here, if it could end up being Sand Attack, then we're going to want to probably bring in Fletchinder. And then Fletchinder has a chance to kill with Aerial Ace, especially if they end up going for Sand Attack. Or if they go for Swagger, then we get +2 to our attack and everything ends up fine. And then that lastly leaves in Lillipup. Lillipup is going to go for Bite majority of the time against Fletchinder. And so what we want to do is bring in Chimchar so that way we can kill with the Mach Punches. That's our line. That seems like a lot, but I'm going to show you that it isn't by A, swapping the screens. And then B, we're going to do it right away. Like, I'm not going to, like, walk you guys through that again. We're just going to do the line. Pause. Youngster Kelvin sends out his Poochyena. I send in Bits. Bits has a high chance to kill with Mach Punch here. We get unlucky and it doesn't kill. It goes for Quick Attack, just like the calculator said, which is why we're not worried. We kill with Mach Punch. Oh, and then in comes the Lillipup. I actually ended up getting that wrong. So in most scenarios, this would be a serious problem, but for us, it's so early game that not knowing how that works is fine. It's okay. But down goes the Lillipup, and then checking the calculator again, it's probably going to go for Wing Attack, and so, I mean, like, we're kind of just safe to go for Ember. Oh, it went for Sand Attack. That's fine. That's a 20% chance of happening. I go for Mach Punch, and they end up hitting Swagger. That's fine. Because we are prepared, we can send in Marlette, who is faster, and kill with an Aerial Ace, assuming that they didn't go double Swagger, which would be kind of funny. Nope, they went for Wing Attack. Marlette lives that pretty easily. Aerial Ace never misses, and we're fine. First battle of Run and Bun is cleared. Now, to see what I mean, pretty vibes-based. We didn't really have to think all too much. It was fine. Alright, and we get... Oh, we could have raised our odds of getting the Eldegoss by fishing here. Whoops. Okay, we get a Surskit. That's not bad. I'll take it. I'm gonna name you Eyes. And, ooh, okay, that's actually pretty clean. We got middle of the road on everything and perfect speed. Okay, thank God we went to go get Eyes. Feast upon their flesh. Aerial Ace. Yeah, and then we just speed up and kill with Aerial Aces. And this is the fun time of looking at the calc to see what we're going to play against. So we are going to be battling Youngster Allen, who has a Skidoo, who dies to an Aerial Ace from Martlet. And then they also have a Litleo, and then they have a Psyduck. Let's see, what does more damage? AI sees Psywave dealing damage based on level, like Seismic Toss, but it still does the random damage. Okay, that's actually really good to know. But in this scenario, we take out the Skidoo with Aerial Ace, and then that's going to bait in the Psyduck, because Psyduck sees higher damage. Because neither one of them is faster, but even regardless of what they send out, we do out-damage either one of them with Aerial Aces. And if it ends up being Psyduck last, then we can send in Lotad, or Chips, to take care of it. And if it ends up being our friend Litleo here, then what we want to do is probably still send in Chips and just go for Bubble. So we're going to have Martlet take care of the first two, regardless of what they are, especially the Skidoo, And then we have Chips in the back to take care of the last Pokemon. Does Eyes take care of them better? Yeah, Bubble Beam from Eyes KOs. So if it ends up being what I think it's... If it ends up going how I think it's going to go. This is how I think it's going to go. I think it's going to be Skiddo gets taken out by Martlet. And then that's going to bait in Psyduck, because Psyduck does more damage. And then we're able to knock out the Psyduck with Aerial Aces. It only takes 2, and they can't kill us within 2 or a single crit. And then that will bait in the Litleo last. And then that's when we send in Surskit, who then can kill with a Bubble Beam. And then we'll see how right I am. But regardless, we have our safe contingency plan if things go awry, if we need to steer. So, one-shot Aerial Ace on the Skiddo is clean. And then this should be Psyduck. It's Litleo. Okay, so it's going off of speed. So, because Litleo is 1 point faster. And then that baits in Psyduck. So, Litleo is 1 point faster than Psyduck. And I think that is what caused it to go the way that it went. So, we go Chips into a Bubble Beam, and then we can go for Absorb. Even if it's a crit, I mean, like, nothing happens. And down goes the Psyduck. Okay. Oh, no, I forgot to equip berries. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. So, we go Fake Out. Fake Out does a pretty good amount of damage. And then here, we go for Wake Up Slap. That's a KO. And now, against Spinda, it's going to go for its own Fake Out. And then we go for Wake Up Slap. It lives, and then we just need to be lucky. Sacred Sword. Okay. We just need to be lucky one more time. Okay. Oh, that was so scary. Okay, that was really scary. Yeah, we could get an encounter here, but fishing here would be a bad mistake, because I know that if we surf, then we could end up getting Poplio later. That's kind of the thing. Is like, do you think that you need the extra encounter now, or are you able to run the risk and wait a bit for the better encounter later? And in our current position, I would say that we are safe to run the risk, because we have a really good Delcatty. Eyes is super strong with Bubble Beam, and then we have Martlet with super strong Aerial Aces. Alright, now we gotta talk to stupid Scott. Whatever, stupid Scott. Yeah, we'll go with the grass encounter. Your back hurts. Oh, we got a male Salandit. Male Salandit can't evolve. So we just screwed ourselves out of a Salazzle. And Salazzle is a very fast Encore Mon. Bad. Oh no, we could have had Weedle! No! We just gotta make sure that we start with the right Pokemon. Oh, right, I was on the rare candy screen. So we're starting with Chips, and then that goes to Martlet, and then that goes to Eyes, and potentially Vanilla, Bits, and Cupcake might fit in, but the problem is that they are all weak to Rock Smash, or they're not all weak. Bits is kind of the only one that realistically could go in, but Vanilla and Cupcake are weak to Rock Smash, and the last thing we want is for them to get hit with a super effective move and die. So here's hoping. So starting off, we have the Krabby versus Chips. Chips is very slow, so it's going to get stomped, and then it flinches. Uh-oh. We're going to have to risk a crit here. Okay, we are in bad situation already, because Chips just can't seem to do his job. So we're going to have to go into Vanilla. Vanilla is going to take a stomp. We're going to go for Fake Out. And then we are going to go for Wake Up Slap. That procs the Oran. Goes for Mud Shot. That's fine. It's going to drop my speed. I'm going to want to go for Wake Up Slap one more time. And I got to see... we're already steering because Chips couldn't do her job. We have to see what move does Vanilla bait. Because I am faster, I think. I got hit by, what was that, 2 Mud Slaps? We'll call it 2 just to calc. Yeah, I have 16 speed right now. And I kill with Wake Up Slap onto the Krabby. Because it does 55% and it's sitting on the low end, right? What's our accuracy? I actually don't know Wake Up Slap's accuracy. Okay, so it's 100% accurate. So we do pick up the KO. And it's almost guaranteed to bait in... Wait, hold on. Let me look at speed. Clobblepus is slightly faster, so we're baiting in Clobblepus. Okay. And then once that happens, it's going to go for Rock Smash, which allows me to go into Eyes, and Eyes can clear... And then that's going to bait in Acrobatics, and then Martlet can take care of it. Okay, okay. We've steered back onto course. We just have to execute. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go for Wake Up Slap. That's going to KO. Aqua Jet. It's high priority. Even a crit doesn't kill. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I even got crit. There's proof. But that procs Citrus, and then this should bait in the Clobblepus, because Clobblepus is 1 point faster. It's Yanma. Why did it bait in Yanma? Oh, because it sees a guaranteed kill with a Sonic Boom. So, what would that be? That'd be 14 into... Okay. So, we're safe to go into Cupcake here. Take the Sonic Boom. That brings us up to 24. And so now we can take one more Sonic Boom. And then it's going to probably go for another. And then that allows me to go into Martlet. And Martlet kills with Quick Attack. Awesome. And then that leaves Martlet with 24 HP versus Clobblepus. And we just kill with Aerial Aces. There we go. That was a very scary battle. But we were able to steer, you know, no deaths, even with the unexpected Yanma. I didn't expect to reach exactly 20 HP. I was expecting to reach probably about 21. Okay, so this is the one where we Fake Out. And then we Wake Up Slap. It's going to go for Bounce. I mean, like, we live this either way. But, like, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Magikarp missed. That's really funny. Okay, down goes that Magikarp. This one, we go Wake Up Slap. Goes for Hydro Pump, and it missed. So, even if both of those attacks hit, we would have been fine. And so now we take the battle. It's going to want to go for Thunder Wave, but we don't allow it. It does have Cute Charm, which, you know, sucks, but hopefully we'll be able to figure this out. Yeah, we're immobilized by Love. I mean, we have that as a failsafe for a reason. Take the Charty Berry. Please hit through it. Please hit through it. Please. Oh my god. This luck has been terrible. We have one last shot. There we go. Okay, down goes Minccino. This now baits in... Oh, now it baits in Jigglypuff because I'm too slow. It's going to go for a round. So we bring in Bad. Or, oh no, Attract. How does that work? I thought that male Pokemon couldn't be attracted to male Pokemon. I mean, like, if Bad dies, it's not really a problem, per se. Yeah, you only needed to hit one more of those to be in the safe, but now you're in trouble. So now I gotta figure out who can take a round. We'll shift to Cupcake. And then it's going to go for Attract, but we're faster. And then this will bait in Phanpy. Phanpy has Attract. So it's probably going to go for it, is the thing. So we're going to go for Smog and hope for a Poison. Okay, we do get the Poison. That's nice. It actually went for Stomp. Okay, I didn't know that it saw Kill with Stomp. So now, let's actually look at, or I'm going to look at, and see how much Stomp does onto Surskit. Okay, it does about 30%. And I have enough pivots to stall out until it gets to a Stomp. Come on, Eyes. Thank you. And that's clean. So, in our instance, I want to make sure that I'm leading Vanilla. And then I'm going to Tail Whip. And then I'm going to send out Martlet. And then a combination of Martlet and Cupcake will take care of the Execute. And if that doesn't work out, then I have Bits, Chips, and Eyes for steering. So in comes Carvana. We go for Fake Out. Rough Skin Chip. I go for Wake Up Slap, even though it goes for Aqua Jet. This is what I was talking about that damage. I'm taking a lot here. And so now I have to check my percentages just to see how much I take. Because I want to make sure that I can get a Tail Whip off without dying. I'm at 23 out of 42. That means that it is 100% going to go for Belch, or it could go for Rock Smash, assuming that it knows that its berry hasn't been procced yet, and that has a 75% chance to kill with crit. But we go for Tail Whip here regardless. It goes for Fake Out. How much does that leave me with? That leaves me with 25, which is actually more than I had before. I did kind of skip over that. I didn't ignore it. Like, it wasn't something that I didn't see. It was just something that I didn't see as useful. I just didn't know that I was going to end up with more HP than I had. So, we're going to go for Tail Whip. That drops defense. It goes for Rock Smash. Rock Smash doesn't kill. And then it's probably going to go for another Rock Smash. But regardless, we send in Martlet. Martlet comes in on a Rock Smash. We take the defense drop. And then we kill with Aerial Ace. Yep, we live that. We're fine. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot about Poison Touch. Okay, Oranberry saved us here, but that one was forgot about. That one was completely forgotten about. I, for some reason, thought that it didn't have that. So now, sitting here with a poisoned Fletchling, this is going to go for confusion, and then this is where we send in Cupcake, who is immune to them. Or Bullet Seed. Interesting. Okay, so there was a kill with Bullet Seed, but I assumed that it would go for the guaranteed. Okay, so we're going to check Cupcake into Execute. We are faster, and we are sitting at 24 of 34. So we do out-damage going for Ember. And the only thing that it can go for is either Stun Spore or Bullet Seed. It has an 85% chance to go for Stun Spore, which is why you saw me put on the Charty Berry. Or the Cherry Berry, pardon me. I keep mixing up the two berries. But it even missed, so we're fine. Yep. It's a super scary battle if you don't know how to deal with the Krogunk, but luckily enough, we ended up with a very strong Fletchling in Martlet. It's Mienfoo. Oh, that's not great. So, we are looking at a Mienfoo. And then we're just going to throw Pokeballs. Awesome. I mean, a good fighting type is a good fighting type. I'm not angry. We will name you Soba. Oh, Martlet's evolving. Shoo. Struggle Bug is a really good move. We can get rid of Sweet Scent. Or, no, we'll get rid of Bubble. And Chips is also evolving. We also get Bits to evolve. So we go straight for Fake Out, deal our little bit of chip, and then we go straight for Mega Drain after taking a Psybeam. And we got a crit. That wasn't even necessary. This baits in Lombre. Lombre is going to want to go for either Seismic Toss or Teeter Dance. Either way, we go straight to Martlet. Martlet comes in on the Teeter Dance. I wish we had a Persim Berry, but we don't. And Lombre's moveset, I believe it doesn't have any Ice-type moves. But it does have Bubble Beam, and Bubble Beam deals 72% normal, and it deals... Let's see. With a crit, it has a 37% chance to OHKO. But we kind of have to risk it here. Martlet hurts itself in Confusion. Bubble Beam hits. It's super effective, but it doesn't kill. That's good. So it is going to go for Bubble Beam. We're going to have to swap to Eyes. Eyes takes a Bubble Beam. It does drop my speed, which sucks. And then I'm going to go for Struggle Bug. And it does hit the Teeter Dance, but there isn't all too much that I can do about it. I do need my Pokemon to stop hitting themselves, though. That procs Oranberry. That's why I felt so safe still going for the attack there. So it's gonna probably go for... Oh no, Seismic Toss. Okay. Honestly, I thought it was gonna go for Teeter Dance again, but looking at the odds now, yeah, no, I mean, like a 10% chance is not great. So we have a 8 HP Surskit versus the Arrokuda. Arrokuda is slower. Oh no, we're slower now that we have a -1 speed. So it's a tie between peck or bite. And in this scenario, we want them to go for peck to burn the flying gem. And we are going to pivot into Delcatty. Okay, so they went for bite. That's not great, but I mean, fake out into wake up slap is enough, even with the Aqua Jet. And so we are perfectly fine. So fish, look, it's Staryu. Alright, well, welcome to the team, Ultraman. And I'm going to swap to the correct screen. So, we have Dwebble and we have Ultraman. In this instance, Dwebble has a 15% chance to go for Rock Blast. And we are going to go for Water Pulse regardless. Takes care of Dwebble. Problem solved. Out comes Munchlax. This is what I was expecting. What we want to do is go for Confuse Ray. It's going to go for Belly Drum. And we're just going to kind of like stall it out a bit. So Munchlax at +1 speed is still slower than Staryu. The only problem is that now it is plus, I think it's +6. And that was why we did... Oh, wait, no, I actually probably should have water pulsed. Oh, I messed up. We're going to have to hope and pray here. Ultraman is the most expendable. I hate to say it. Hurt yourself in confusion. Dang. Ah, first death of Run and Bun. That hurts. Man, RIP Ultraman. We just got him, too. Yeah, that was completely my fault. I misplanned. In comes Sandygast. Sandygast has... what's it gonna go for? Probably Bulldoze. Crit Bulldoze doesn't kill, so we can use this as an opportunity to get some Flame Wheel damage. And then it's probably going to go for Bulldoze again. Oh, right, I didn't bring the other one. Yeah, we had our first death. But I can bring in Eyes here. We're steering a bit, because this was not the plan. So, at -1, Surskit's at 21 speed, and Bubble Beam is guaranteed to kill now, since we got the chip with Flame Wheel. That kills the Sandygast, and now we are stuck with the Mawile. And so we can do one Bubble Beam to bring it pretty low. And we're not a physical attacker, so it's fine. But we get one Bubble Beam, they go for Covet. I was hoping that it would actually drop their speed, but I mean, hey, what happens, happens. So the problem is our Mienfoo has no defense. Like, literally it has 0 defense. And so we have to find a way around the Covet. And so I think our best option is chips. Because Covet does about 31 to 41% on neutral. And so we can fake out here, deal a little bit of chip. We outdamage the healing barely. And our best move is Bubble. Yeah, the problem is that we just can't... how much does that do? So we're looking at rolls between 16 to 21, assuming that they don't crit, and we're just going to have to hope that they don't. We're going to have to play around it. Okay. Oh, and we got the revenge crit. Nice. Okay. First death sucks, but I mean, we were able to get through it. They changed it so that way this is all cold. And we get a never melt ice. I knew it. This is where the battle is. So we get a clean flame wheel KO here. That's the fun thing about this battle, is that these are babies. I'm beating up babies. Tuber Lola. That's her. Okay. Charm. Saves me a bit of damage. Go for wake up slaps. Go for a charm. And then I can drop in bits. Go for a low sweep, and then next turn I KO. Monferno is really showing its usage around here. But we can get an encounter here, actually. We get Choodle! Awesome. So... Big head. Yep, leading vanilla with the silk scarf. And I am faster than the Apalm, so I use my fake out first. That deals about 40, and then I go for Wake Up Slap, which knocks out the Apalm before they can do anything. That brings in Nidorino. I do live one hit from Nidorino, because Double Kick does about 43%. So I'm safe to go for Wake Up Slap, even though I'm going to get Poison Pointed. They do Sand Attack. So if I am poisoned... Okay, so it has a 60% chance to go for Venoshock. Or it could go for Sand Attack again. I feel safe bringing in Soba. It does go for Venoshock. And then I can fake out with Soba. It is a crit, which is nice. So this... Looking at Soba's damage, Double Slap seems to be the safest, but the question is, what is its accuracy? Okay, so it is 100%. and it will hit at least twice. If it hits 2 times, then I deal 21%, and I leave myself open to a Poison Tail or Sand Attack. There's a 1% chance that it goes for Venoshock. We'll see what happens. So it does go for Poison Tail. That procs my Oran. I go for Double Slap. It does proc Poison Point. That does suck. And I only hit it for 2. So it is almost certain to go for Venoshock here. Being at 19 hit points and poisoned, it is a 96% chance that it goes for Venoshock. And so I think that I need something... Oh, we're speed tying. That's why. Okay. What is faster that can be poisoned? Probably Monferno. Monferno only takes 33% from Venoshock. So we swap in Bits. Bits gets hit with the Venoshock. That was almost guaranteed. And then here we go for Flame Wheel, which picks up the KO. And doesn't proc Poison Point. Awesome. So next in comes Luxio, who drops my attack by 1. It is likely to go for Spark, but either way I go for Low Sweep here. Just drop its speed a bit more. Yep, goes for Spark. I am still safe here, so I can go for... If I drop its defense by 1... No, that's not a smart plan. So it is almost guaranteed to go for Spark. And if it does, then my best bet is to just keep spamming Low Sweep. Yep, because it's going to go for Spark here. No para. I go for another one, and that picks up the KO. So they lead Mienfoo, I lead Vanilla. I go for Fake Out. I'm faster, and they don't have it. Oh, Inner Focus. Okay, that could have been bad. Okay, so they are more than likely to go for Force Palm again. I go for Marlette. They go for Force Palm. And I am safe to go for an Aerial Ace here. Yeah, you gotta read the document better if you're gonna do things like I just did. So, in comes Flaffy. We are currently steering because I didn't expect Flaffy to be in next. And we have a 41 HP Marlette. So they have a pretty high chance of OHKOing with Thunder Punch, so they're going to go for that. I'm going to drop in Chips, who's going to tank the Shockwave. I'm going to Fake Out, deal a little bit of damage, and with Chips being in, we have 36 HP. We do out damage with Mega Drain, so we just have to keep clicking Mega Drain as they go for a mix of Shockwaves. Oh, and we had to hope for a no crit. So, no double crit. Luckily, we did put the Cherry Berry on, so that gets rid of our Para. That gets rid of the Flaffy. By the way, Shockwave there was 15%. So that was unexpected. So here we have a 60% Venoshock, which is a guaranteed 2-hit KO unless they crit, then it is an OHKO. Or they could go for Toxic. So I think that my best bet is, if I'm running the risk of being Toxic anyways, then I'm going to swap in Soba. And it is Toxic. Mega Drain spam, nice. Yeah, it was the only way to get past it. And then I can Fake Out here. And looking at the calc, we have Soba in, and Venoshock is 60%, with Toxic being 40%. So what I want to do here is go for Rock Smash and hope for a defense drop. Okay, I did get the defense drop, and they did go for Poison Point. Please be Toxic. It is Toxic. Okay, that's really good. So now I am at 40 HP. And they are at -1 defense. So crit Venoshock does not kill, because it deals about 60%, and I take 5 HP each time. So crit does 27 HP, and I take 5 each time, meaning I can guaranteed stay in this turn. And what I can do is go for Double Slap and hope for some high rolls. And I am faster, so I actually got 2 hits and 1 was a crit. I do live that, yep, that was to be expected. And so it is going to go for Venoshock here. And I think that my best bet... How much HP are you at? That's about 50. So, I mean, like, I'll call it 25, and you're -1 defense. And I am at 1 HP. And poisoned. You could go for a mix of any of your moves, and that is not great for me. So I think Marlette might be the best choice, weirdly enough. Well, no, because if they crit, then it kills, and so does... Shockwave kills. Or wait, no, it's not the right HP. So, looking at it from this HP, if they crit with Shockwave or anything, they actually don't pick up the KO. I can bring in Marlette here safely. Venoshock. That procs my Oran. So I am at 33 HP. So it could go for, or it's more than likely going to go for Water Pulse here. And so I think my best bet is to go for Flame Charge and hope for no crit. I might even be able to pick up the KO here. There we go. Poison Point doesn't even mean anything. Wolfish Return, I will be lurking now. Good luck, good luck. Appreciate it. So in comes Barrel. And even if it crits, it doesn't kill with anything. So my first step is to go for Low Sweep. The fact that it didn't go for that means that it went for Super Fang. Yep. And so now it can kill with Aqua Jet, and it knows that it is slower. So I'm baiting an Aqua Jet kill here right now. And I can bring in Chips. Chips takes the Aqua Jet. And then I can go for Fake Out. I even get a crit. And then I can kill with Mega Drain. Even if I am slower. That brings down the Barrel. And then the next Pokemon is Ponyta. So with Ponyta being out and me being at 26 HP, it is highly likely to go for Flame Wheel. My best bet is Cupcake. It went for Play Rough. Uh-oh. It was a 30% chance that it went for that. Okay. So if I have you're at 7% in front of this. It is clean even split yet again. And I am slower. I should have just gone with Marlette now that I think about it. Marlette resists anything that isn't Play Rough. Or no, it even resists Play Rough. I'm gonna take the Flame Charge to get faster. And then I out damage with Aerial Aces. I wish I had Pluck, but I don't. It's a nice crit. And then I pick up the KO on Ponyta. This baits in Electros, or Electrike. Yep. The only problem is that I don't have a ground type. So it is guaranteed to go for Shockwave here. And I think my best bet for it going for Shockwave... So... yeah, I think that Vanilla is a pretty good bet. We're steering a bit here because my original plan kind of tanked a bit, but it's alright. So I am at 33 HP, looking specifically at crits. It is never going to go for that. It could go for Shockwave. Crit Shockwave has a 56% chance to OHKO. I am indeed faster, so I'm going to go for Wake Up Slap. And proc the Citrus. And it does go for Toxic. That means that it is going to go for Shockwave this turn. Because I am at 30 and poisoned. So as long as this doesn't crit, I should be fine. Okay. And then I need a Pokemon that can come in on a Shockwave. Soba, can you take a Shockwave? You can. The only thing is that it looks like a Pokemon's going to have to die here, and that's probably going to end up being Cupcake. So, with Electros being at, or Electrike, pardon, I keep doing that, it's at about 40%. Well, no, not even. It's at probably about 30%. What can deal that much and live? because you're at 27. A shockwave guarantees to OHKO you, and I'm not willing to risk that. So, Soba can drop in, fake out, and then go for double slap. I think would be pretty good. Or maybe even rock smash, actually. Drop in, take the shockwave, fake out every single time. Yep, and then go for rock smash. In comes Sunflora. Sunflora isn't very strong, so I wonder if it sees a kill. It does with Sludge Bomb and Energy Ball. So it's probably going to go for Energy Ball. Aerial Ace is not an OHKO. Flame Wheel is also not an OHKO. All I know is Soba being in this position is not good. Being at 24, Energy Ball and Sludge Bomb are guaranteed OHKOs, and they're guaranteed to go for one of those. I think we may have to sack Soba, because we do have other high priority move Pokemon. And we're going to have to hope and pray for a Rock Smash defense drop. Thank you so much, Soba. You did your job well. Ugh, that sucks. So, how much did it lose? We'll assume that it lost 22%, meaning that it is at 78% with a defense drop. Does that kill? I don't like the idea of risking in this scenario. So I think what we do is that we bring in Marlette and we kill with an Aerial Ace. That kills the Sunflora. RIP Soba, she was a great Pokemon. True. And now we're stuck in this 1v1 with Dustox. I am at 21%. It is more than likely going to go for Venoshock to try to pick up the KO. See, the thing is that we're sacrificing a lot here by letting Marlette be in trouble. So I wonder if... I think we just have to risk it yet again, because we don't have the right answers to this battle. Alright, Marlette, I'm gonna need you to hold. Hold. Please. Please. It's Venoshock. Hold. Oh! Marlette holds! That's it. Oh, she wanted that. That was hers. That was hers. Right. Right. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, no, it's Intimidate. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not gonna act like it's bad. Bro, it was starting to look like Platinum Kaizo with how many cats I got right now. I will name you Buttersworth. Buttersworth. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, and then we get to fish over here, and we are hoping for a quillfish. Yo, quillfish! Please, please, bestie. Bestie. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Puff. And looking at Big Head, we are going to check for Ice Fang with Nevermelt Ice. Yeah, we haven't really pulled anything that can handle the things that we have to battle. Oh, wait. I'm lying. Luxio. I mean, like, he's a little slow, but... I mean, like, he'll certainly do. And then I think having special defense... Or not special defense, special attack dropping is pretty good. And then I'm thinking Vanilla could be pretty solid. Part of the reason why I'm so nervous is that I watched Ketsu play Run and Bun, and this was the battle that I watched him lose to. Uh-oh, I forgot berries. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, in comes Tortuga. So, looking at Tortuga into Luxio, Spark doesn't kill. This is another case of, man, I really should have brought a flying type. But I'm able to pivot here, and even after the Ancient Power, I'm able to sit here and stall out the Tortuga. Just like we planned. And then last but not least, in comes the Skrelp. Skrelp is gonna want to go for, I believe it's Acid, or is it Sludge? It's Acid. Okay, so even with a crit, it doesn't kill me. So what I can do is go for a Astonish, I guess. Wait, what? Oh my god, the Mud Shot. Okay, so it's gonna sit here and stall. Okay, yep, I take that fine. It's probably gonna protect this turn. Or it's gonna go for Sludge Bomb. So, we are looking at this. Or Acid, pardon. I keep saying Sludge Bomb. What does Luxio do? How does Luxio fare in this? Faster and kills with Spark, so my hope is that they protect. Okay, it goes for Acid. And Spark picks up the KO. Way to go, Buttersworth. Okay, we're battling the Marini. First turn out. It could go for Baneful Bunker. I think we just go for it. Yep. And so this turn, I think I am a level 21 poisoned Luxio. It's going to go for Venoshock. I just kill with Spark here. That drops the Marini. In comes Whirlipede. Whirlipede's gonna want to go for Venoshock. Or Pin Missile, actually. What if I am level 15? Does that lock in? No. Okay, so that increases the amount of moves that it could use. We are guaranteed that it is not rollout, though. So, I think... yeah, bringing in bits here is good as long as I don't get poisoned. Pin Missile? Okay, I'm okay with Pin Missile. Okay, so it's +1 now. I'm still faster. And I am 50. Okay, 1 Flame Wheel. Rocky Helmet plus Venoshock. Okay, so I'm at 26. And it is now faster than me. It's gonna go for Venoshock. So it could do 24. It is almost guaranteed to go for Venoshock, but it also could go for Rollout, which is what's making me a little hesitant. I think we swap in Vanilla here. It does go for Rollout. Okay, this is what we were hoping for. I go for Fake Out. And then I will be able to knock out with Wake Up Slap. And then in comes the Thrillish. So I am a 27 HP Delcatty. It doesn't look like it can OHKO me, so I'm going to try to put it to sleep. Okay, so I am successful at putting it to sleep. And that... oh, Lumberry. Okay. So it is a gamble at what it's going to use. So I'm going to swap in Eyes here. Eyes comes in on a Shockwave. And I proc my Oran, which is pretty good. And then I'm able to Struggle Bug to weaken its special attack. It goes for Shockwave. And then at this point, I can bring in Big Head, because Big Head can't be crit. I am at 44, and it goes for Hex, which leaves me at 31. And then I drop its special attack by 1. And then at this point is when I stack up bites. Because, oh, it is a speed tie. Big Head, I'm gonna need you to get this. No! Wait! Oh my god, it misplayed! It misplayed! It saw a kill roll with Hex! Big Head held! Let's go, big head! Now, I believe that this is where Togedemaru is. This is where the steel types are and such. Please, Toge. Oh, dang. I mean, we have our retaliate resist, so I can't really be mad. Plus, it's got priority. Button Guy. That nickname will make a lot of sense very soon. So we go here, 1, 2. This is different. Yeah, no, this is different. These battles are forced. Okay, good thing I had a good lead. So this one is the Riolu one. Okay. And I led with Fletchender. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. Pick up a flame charge. Get faster. In comes Stuffle. What is Stuffle gonna do, and how much will it do? So I am at... Oh, right, because I'm level 21. I didn't update the thing. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Anyways, 41 from level 21. It is guaranteed to go for Body Slam here, and if it crits, it's still a 2-hit KO. And it doesn't have Quick Attack, so that's not really a problem. And I do proc Flame Body. That's enough for it to eat Citrus Berry. So what I can do here is swap to Button Guy, who will take the Body Slam, deal a little bit of burn, and it also baits in Force Palm onto Mr. Puff. Oh no, it's bulk up. Yeah, that's fine. Your attack's cut, so it doesn't matter to me. Body Slam, Revenge. You're probably not going to... I don't really want to risk that, actually. Just go for Poison Fang, pick up the KO. And in comes Mankey. How much is Mankey going to do to Mr. Puff? Because I am level 21 and I am at 54 HP. And I'm faster, correct? I am faster. So Poison Fang, Stomping Tantrum, Poison Fang, and a win. A double battle. I did not know that this would be a double battle. Thank God it's not Defiant. Another Intimidate just in case. Fake Out, yep. Quick Attack, that's fine. Aerial Ace takes out the Makuhita, and Spark takes... Oh! Actually doesn't take out the Farfetch'd. Okay. Mankey. What does their Mankey do? Power Punch and Reversal. I can kind of just ignore the other slot. Okay, so quick attack is a problem here. And so what we're going to do is swap to Mr. Puff and then go for Spark on the Ledia. Mach Punch and quick attack do nothing. Successful bait. That knocks it out. And now we see what does this Heracross have, because I didn't actually have a moment to look at the double battle. Pin Missile and Rock Smash. Oh, okay. One, two, three, four. It does 4. And then I can pivot into bits, go for a Nuzzle. Uh-oh. Okay, I was gonna say, why'd you swap? And then into Mr. Puff, just to make sure. There we go. That was a completely unexpected double battle. And I almost cried. Is this a double battle? It's a double battle. Crap. Okay, well, double Intimidate isn't bad. Yep, I assumed that that was coming. Spore, yep. Into Mr. Puff, would you go for Brick Break if you are Rock Throw if you're -2? No, you're likely to go for Brick Break. And I can go for Spark here and pivot to Marlette here. Live please, live please, live please. Okay, thank you. Brick Break, yep, that was expected. And Flame Body proc is nice. Mach Punch. I'm hoping that I don't die to a Rock Throw here because you're -2. Okay, awesome. And Spark takes out the Metatite. Awesome. So in comes Girder and Baneri. What does Baneri have? So Girder has Rock Throw and Bulldoze. It's more than likely gonna Rock Throw. And then the Baneri has Fake Out and Triple Axle alongside Jump Kick. So what I'm thinking is I go for Nuzzle here, and then I swap to Mr. Puff, dropping their attack. Okay. Yep. That's fine. It's probably gonna go for Bulldoze, is what concerns me. So I can swap in Vanilla and go for Revenge onto the Baneri, but I know Mr. Puff isn't gonna wake up yet. Uh-oh, that was bad. That was bad. I do bait fighting type moves into Vanilla now. If I double pivot, that forces Martel in on fighting type moves, and Buttersworth can drop their attack even lower. Jump Kick onto Martel, and a Flame Body proc is nice. Low Sweep drops my speed. Does it get a Flame Body? No, it doesn't. Okay. I swap to Mr. Puff, and I get the Leer on both of them. Triple Axle is scary, and it even got a crit. Oh man, they crit me. Okay, so it's probably gonna go for Rock Throw on me. I have to go into bits here. Triple Axle onto bits, okay. Low sweep, okay. And Mr. Puff should be waking up this turn. So, how much, or like, what is the best move against Girder? Bubble Beam or Venoshock? I could try to get a poison onto Girder. The question is, yeah, no, that thing's guts. I don't want to. I don't want to benefit it. So Mach Punch knocks out the Veneery thanks to a crit. Awesome. Mr. Puff wakes up, gets a nice. Okay. I have to risk Buttersworth here. I have to get the Intimidate, even though the Mienfoo is inner focus. Oh, the crit. God dang it. Okay, Mienfoo down. Bubble Beam picks up the KO on Girder. Last but not least is Machoke. Is it a Guts Machoke or is it no guard? Guts, okay. Okay, but I don't want to poison it is the thing. And then it's probably going to go for Rock Throw. So I'm safe to bring in Button Guy here. Facade, yep. And then for fighting type moves, because I bait this guaranteed, so it's going to go for Vital Throw. Does Bits live a Vital Throw? Oh, yeah, no, he does. Or she does, pardon. Drop the speed, and then Mr. Puff picks up the KO with Bubble Beam. These double battles are lethal, dude. I would be just fine without them. Okay, I tried to close a container. Aw, man. RIP Buttersworth. Fake Out does quite a bit. Let's check on Play Rough. Play Rough actually doesn't KO. It does go for Thunder Wave, which makes me think that it is going to go for Drain Punch this turn. So we pivot to Martel. It turns into a fighting type. That was predicted. And I'm safe to Aerial Ace and knock out the Kecleon. So then in comes the Golett, as we wanted, because Golett has... which move was it? Or Martlet. I gotta remember, it's Martlet. But it is more than likely going to go for a Shadow Punch. So I am free to pivot through Vanilla. This baits in Drain Punch, which allows me to send in Mr. Puff for free. After this, there's one last battle for the day, and then we're free. But we get a Bubble Beam, which is pretty good. The Shadow Punch doesn't do all too much. I can just sit here and keep spamming the Bubble Beams. Down it goes. And then in comes Hakamo'o. Now this Pokemon is a menace. So we have a 36 HP Mr. Puff in front of Hakamo'o. This Pokemon has a, like, 25% chance to do literally anything. It is almost perfectly balanced. I can't think of any, like, reasonable line to have. And so we're kind of just winging it from here. That baits in Surskit. Surskit's supposed to be saved for the last one. It's almost guaranteed to go for Dragon Tail here. But I don't want to risk a crit, so we're actually going to swap to Button Guy. And then that causes a nice pivot there. And then we're back to it having a chance to use almost anything. And we were lucky enough for that to be what they did. They went for Protect. Now, Sandshrew is slower than Hakamo'o, but 2 Ice Shards do KO. Oh, actually, I calced wrong. Uh-oh, and I got Parrot. Good thing I have an Oran Berry. But this baits in... not baits in. This causes the final Pokemon to go in, which is Pignite. And I am at 35 HP and Parrot. I didn't expect to be Parrot at this point, so I'm not quite sure what it's going to do. Looks like it's going to go for Incinerate. That should allow me to go for a safe pivot into Mr. Puff. Majority of the time, it's going to choose Incinerate. It does go for Flame Charge this time, though. I think it just wants to be faster. So I have a -1 Pignite in front of me, and I am a 14 HP. Most of the time, this Pokemon goes for Takedown. If I pivot into a 47 HP Fletchler, then I am in the clear. Pivot out Mr. Puff into Martlet. And so now I am 32. I'm going to calc for crit real quick. If it crits, it could OHKO. But it would also be taking itself out. Okay, no crit. It's hit with the recoil. We hit the final Aerial Ace, and it's over. Now is time for the final boss of the beginning of the game. Brawling. Let's do this. Cubfu versus Martlet. Flame Charge, first move. Don't proc the Eopapa Berry. Goes for Mega Punch, and I actually get the Flame Body proc, which is really nice. That almost ensures that Aerial Ace is going to kill, and that I live the Sucker Punch. Okay, so we do have to live one more Sucker Punch. You can do it, Martlet. There we go. Okay. This baits in Lopunny, exactly as we planned. And in this case, we swap to Button Guy. It's going to want to go for Retaliate. Retaliate is the strongest move. Button Guy lives that, and we're able to go for Ice Shard and proc the button. That forces out the Lopunny into Combuskin, exactly as we planned. Now we swap in to Mr. Puff. Mr. Puff gets a nice Intimidate, and is a Water type, and also resists the double kick that was incoming. It does get a speed boost, but that doesn't matter. We're able to go for a Bubble Beam, and with our Oran Berry, we are able to hopefully live the next one, as long as it's not a crit. Okay, the Para adds a bit of a wrench into our plans, but it's okay, because down goes the Combuskin. Now, in comes the Lopunny again. We add in Button Guy once more. The Retaliate comes in. It is a critical hit, but we do live this, and it does have Drain Punch, and this is where we might have to say goodbye to Mr. Puff because of that very awkward Thunder Punch situation. Now it's going to want to go for Headbutt. Realistically, who do I send in here? This wasn't planned for. Okay, it is -1. Bits can take care of this, but it is going to get a little mucky. We go for a nice low sweep, drop to speed, and Mach Punch just to make sure. Down goes the Lopunny. In comes Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's going to go for a Water-type move, exactly as we planned. We're back on track. I send in Chips. Chips takes the Bubble Beam, and kind of walls from here on out, despite the speed drop. So Super Power comes in, and it's not great, but it does drop the defenses and the attack. We're able to Mega Drain most of our HP back, and it's going to want to go for another, and it doesn't crit, so we're perfectly fine, and we take in the Mega Drain. Up next is Hitmontop. Hitmontop from here is where I'm starting to forget what my plan was. So I put Delcatty back. I have the 42 HP Lombre in front of the Hitmontop. Hitmontop is going to go for Fake Out most of the time. But it also could go for Mach Punch. Because Mach Punch, yeah, it's going to go for Mach Punch. Mach Punch has a 25% chance to OHKO. And I think that, yet again, this is where we might have to say goodbye to Mr. Puff. We need that Intimidate. It does go for Fake Out. Rest in peace, Mr. Puff. Ugh, this is scary. This is the final battle. This is the final battle of the day. It's the final battle of the day. Okay. Being -1. Mach Punches do about 58%. I can't sacrifice Martlet. I think we go with I think we send in chips. We go fake out. Fake out does a bit. Now the question is, does Bubble Beam do more than Mega Drain? I think it does slightly more. No, they do about the same, but Mega Drain heals me. So it's gonna go for Mach Punch. That procs my Oran, and also I am able to get a Mega Drain. It's gonna probably go for Mach Punch again. Now the question is, do you live a Mach Punch? Okay, you do live it. I think that we might have to sacrifice chips here. But then the question is, like, is it worth it to keep going at that point? I think, no, we just send out Martlet. Martlet takes the Mach Punch. Martlet is faster. We go for Aerial Ace. And it kills with Pursuit. I'm able to send out Bits and kill with a Mach Punch here. Last Pokemon. Scraggy. Low Sweep. Luckily enough, only Monferno has attacked, so I know about how much I've done. We'll say that you're at about 60%. No, 60%. 6-0. So what would that be? Call it like 34. Yeah. It has a high chance to go for Rest here. But it could go for... Okay. And the Mach Punch. That's it. Oh my god. We just beat Broly. First attempt Broly. With Broly being defeated, we can now level up our Pokemon even more, including the evolution of Eyes. And so now we have a Masquerain. Oh, and we also get the evolution of Big Head! Way to go, Big Head. Okay, at least Cupcake gets to evolve. Okay, we get a Horsey. That would have been pretty good a while ago. Okay, cool. We get a Horsey. Bubble Man. Bubble Man gets to evolve. It said that it was deactive. There we go. It's Carnivine. That is something. Please stay in the ball. Thank you. Okay, so we have a Carnivine that I am going to name Venus. Because there's only one way out of this type of double battle, and that's walk with one Pokemon in your party, and I'm pretty sure there's another battle after this that I would rather not deal with. Okay, so it's gonna go for Electro Web, like, almost guaranteed. Do I live an Electro Web in doubles? Because I do have below special defense. Okay, so it is... Okay, yeah, no, I probably live this. Especially after the... Oh, okay, well, they got me. I've been baited. Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam? Interesting. Okay, so they can't get Helping Hand boosted anymore. I can Play Rough the Dedenne, that knocks out the Dedenne. And then I can drop the special attack of the Clefairy even more, I guess. That doesn't really do much, though. In comes the Togedemaru. I'm going to Sing and then pivot into Bits, because Bits can properly deal with Togedemaru. I do need to get you out, though, and so I'm thinking I'll swap you into Chips, and I go for Flame Wheel onto the Togedemaru. It's still asleep, so no follow me. Flame Wheel does a good amount. Zing Zap does quite a bit. That was a critical hit. Ouch. Uh-oh. Helping Hand. Okay, well, Bits is faster. Thank God. And then in comes Abra. What does the Abra have? Psybeam, Dazzling Gleam. So it's probably going to go for Psybeam on me. So I'll swap Bits out to Eyes. Helping Hand, Psybeam onto Chips? What? There was a kill with Bits! Oh my god. Man, we needed Chips. Yeah, we're gonna fish. Timpole? Okay, I can work with Timpole. Okay, so now we have a Timpole named Soundwave. Alright, Soundwave is evolving. Boom, Palpitoad. And then we're safe to get, I think that's 2 more encounters? 3 more? 2 or 3, I don't know. Ooh, a crit, nice. I'll just go for the kill. So, then we get here with Gloom. Gloom's gonna want to go for Sleep Powder, I presume. This is one case where Vital Spirit actually would have been really good. Definitely should have brought Monferno. That is on me. But luckily enough, I can just go for one more Play Rough that takes out the Gloom, and then I am home free to take Vanilla out of the field. What is my fastest water type? That would be Bubble Man. Alright, Bubble Man, this is your time. Lava Plume, nothing to you. This is a children's game. Baby. Little baby games. Little for little babies. Look at Bubble Man go. Bubble Man is literally him. I don't think I've ever seen such a cool, calm, and collected gentleman. Oh my god, and he got the Poison Point proc. He's so baller. He's so baller. So there's Rustboro City encounter, which is a Rockruff. I probably should have checked that, right? Oh, Vital Spirit. Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. Please stay in the ball. Please. Please. I don't know how many Pokeballs I have, please. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm gonna go buy some more Pokeballs before I go do anything else. Dude. Something's on the hook, and it's Clauncher. Okay, so we get a nice clean Clauncher as our encounter. Awesome. We will name her Tank. Okay, so we get an encounter up here, too. And it is Hatenna! Please stay in the ball. Thank you. Okay, we get Hatenna! This isn't a witch, but I guess Elvira. Ah, it's even gonna evolve. And then I will need to be able to take care of the Master Rain. So, looking here, this Purugly has a speed of 69, Delcatty has a speed of 62. So my best play is to go for Leaf Tornado onto Simipour and Encore onto the Purugly on the off chance that it fake outs Carnivine. So it drops Carnivine's speed, it drops Delcatty's speed, and I am able to get it low. This time I go for Razor Leaf, and now I'm a bit more of a target. So it's probably going to go for Hypnosis. I'm going to pivot into Bits. It actually went for Super Fang onto Venus, which is interesting. Water Pledge onto Bits. Oh, this run is dead. It had no reason to do that. Yeah, no, you can't have a run without your starter. I mean, like, we'll play out the rest of the battle, but, I mean, this run is over. It's already done. Aw, man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll play out the rest of my line, I guess. I was gonna sack Carnivine anyways. Ah, that sucks. Well, that's Run and Bun. I mean, hey. We tried. And we will try again tomorrow. I mean, hey, that's what happens when you're playing sleep deprived, dude. I've been up for... let's see. So, 24 would have been... I've been up for about 30 hours before this, so I think I did pretty well. For having been awake for way too long and trying to do this anyways, I like to think that I did pretty well.